Good morning, good morning, good morning. You too. How we doing today? Keep them, keep them hanging. Keep them trying to figure it out. No, it's not a mystery. um, I ran real hard last night, and I was struggling to get up. um, I'm sitting here in the dark with I got 3 hours to go before I can ride. But good morning, Charles. Good morning, Mike. Yeah, I'm sitting in the big petrol. Um, I guess it's called white, white something or other. But yeah, I couldn't find any parking, so I had to keep going. So I did 520 miles yesterday, and I needed to do 500, but I was trying to I was literally trying to shut down, and it didn't happen, but I had to keep going till I could find it. Then I made it here. I'm about four rows back from my usual parking spot, but boy, you know, I guess I'm getting. What am I saying? Guess I'm getting old. Um, One of the things I wanted to speak on this morning, this bright, old, dark, 30 morning, uh, was, you know, it's kind of amazing. You find there's some really, really nice people on YouTube. And it's e- it's no you don't find no one in the middle. They're either really, really buttheads or really, really nice. And you know, it, I kind of like the really, really nice folks. Um, this channel is part of another group. We're part of the uh, we're part of a cruising group, early morning early morning podcast. we I was informed yesterday we're part of an early morning podcast group. I got to get the names. I'll read them out. But one of them is at 8 o'clock. Cruising is fun anytime. Really, really nice husband and wife team. Um, they give out good, good info on cruising. But the stuff that yeah, you're right. The 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 stuff that we talk about, that's probably why, is can't stop cruising but love mowing and whatever, because I tell it like it is, especially on these cruise ships. Like, I'm gonna get the picture. Hey, Charles, send me that picture of the one time we seen the whirlpool, not the whirlpool, the hot tub. The one time we seen the hot tub on Carnival not full of kids. And you noticed it and I didn't, but I was so frustrated. He's oh my god, and I'm like, what? And I just kept on walking. You took the picture. There was no kids in the hot tub, and granted, why are we worrying about kids in the hot tub? It's because kids should not be in the hot tub on a cruise ship. Yeah, you jump in the pool, but not on a hot tub because we know, well, actually, adults do it too. You have all those beers at the tiki bar, and I never see you go to the bathroom. I wonder what you're doing. I wonder what you're doing. You know. Let's see here. Hold on. He just said it. And there were no kids in the freaking hot tub. I mean, and granted, the reason why I don't get in the hot tub on cruise ships anymore because it dawned on me I don't smell the chlorine. I don't even want to get in the water because I don't smell the chlorine. And why you need to smell the chlorine, especially COVID ain't over. Nothing bacteria and you know what happens in them pools. All the people drinking and the kids, you know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. But it's just the principle. What if I did want to take a chance and get in and if I did want to take a chance and get in the water, but it's just disturbing. And then another person will say, "Well, why don't you just go to the adults only section?" Okay, we did that. There were so many adults that thought the same thing as we did. It was jam freaking packed. It was jam packed, and then they had one of the beds. Somebody stole the pillows, so you couldn't lay on one of the day beds. You know, so we sat there for a minute. My wife, she could sleep anywhere. We sat there for a minute. She read a book, and I just sat there. And I was like, you're hiding from kids or whatever. And these kids were more, they were more, uh, not I wouldn't say well trained, but they were more behaving than when we were on the celebration. And I can see why folks love cruising. And the only reason that I believe we need to cut back to, maybe twice a year, but spread it out more than 6 months, is because now I'm more conscious of um, my eating. I mean, I almost, not almost, I lost my mind. I was just gulping this stuff down like it was no tomorrow, and getting sick, and until I can, I'd say master, but figure out the a decent um, middle ground, I'm not gonna be too happy. And what do you mean by that? I done got big again. I need to lose the weight. Um, my body's aching, so you know I gotta have time to. If I gain it back, I need to lose it so I can be a little bit more feeling better when I'm going on the next cruise. Also, these back-to-back cruises have tapped us out. I check my credit cards and I'm like, man, yeah, got to figure something out here. You know what I mean? Got, 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 got to figure something out. Um, I don't mind putting on credit cards, but eventually it's got to be paid back. I got to figure. we got to figure that out. Um, Normally when we have money saved up, so forth and so on, and again, I'm not complaining. I just I see why a lot of you know the, the YouTubers start to sell so they can get discounts on the rooms and stuff like that. But I think 7 days is the most I want to go. I would like to do a longer, but it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before I'm ready for that. Um, it's crazy. I was actually ready to get back on the road. It was hard. It was hard this yesterday because I got rolling late, so I knew either I'd stop early or have to. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I don't, but I think the next cruise, I c- just I start thinking like we got to do everything. We have to do everything and everything now, and that is so exhausting. You know, when when we were on the Mardi Gras, we like nope. Okay, well, let's try this. Nope. Let's try this. You know, it felt more it felt more at home, and I just have to get myself into that um, mentality that you don't need to see everything. You know what I mean? It's taken a couple of years, but we're going back to back to the horizon. Um, you have been on the horizon, but I mean it's just the same as the Vista. But the food is because they've been around. You normally with these boats, they the food, especially when they've been around a minute, the food is even better. And I'm trying to remember if the Horizon had a stir fry station. I know the other boat we was on had one, and that was off the chain, you know. And the breakfast was better. But what we do have to do, you kept on asking me, and I totally forgot. We need to do the sit down breakfast and have breakfast in the dining room. You know what I mean. That would slow my roll with wanting to eat. Let me get another order. Let me get another order. Um, it's just because it's and I would say it's free, but it's really not free. You paid for all of this stuff, but you're trying to get your fill, and then when you get your fill, you're miserable. So it's like a catch 22. You know. Yeah, because the celebration, we want to see everything and everything now, and that when you're walking 8 miles a freaking day, we were literally walking 8 miles a day, and my feet were thumping. So I gotta. It's just like I gotta get out. I got to. I gotta start walking. Gotta get that exercise back in, so my body can handle. Because say, say for example, if we wanted to go on, Royal Caribbean, Royal Caribbean's smallest boat, the one they got now, uh, is the size of the celebration in the Mardi Gras. And now, could you imagine? We go on one of the newer ones, like the one they got now, or the one that's coming out. You'd be like, man, it's an effort just to go from my stateroom just to one of the decks. Because it was like because you was all the way in the front. Now imagine you getting on the elevator going up and going all the way to Shaq's Chicken Shack. That's a distance. You're looking like, oh, and you walk down that hallway, but you think you're at the end of it. Then you got to make that left. Then you see another hallway. It's like something out of a horror movie. It's like what the heck? And then you get down to the next one. You got to make that right, and it's still not there. But you're at the rear elevator, and you're like, oh my god, I'm supposed to be on a vacation. I'm not. This ain't supposed to be a job. But you know, it, and I was thinking like that. And you see these big mother effers. I knew they were dying. You know, thinking maybe next boat get one of them. You know, um, the carts that you charge and you drive around, and they be like, wait, what you doing that for, man? So I can get places on this boat without falling out. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. But I if we hit one little bump, the missus is sick, and then she don't want to take the seasick pills. The seasick pills is actually the stuff that they give me for my sinuses. So you don't need to take a whole bunch. Just take one. Who knows? Yeah. Nah. Child run it back. I like the middle, but man, the middle on this one. Oh my goodness. We were like the middle slash front, so we real close to that wonderful room you had. We were real close to that wonderful room you had on the Mardi Gras. Namaste, Buddha of Destiny. How you doing this morning? No, we just good morning, good morning. We just moving around at a snail's pace as usual. You know, talking with Charles and Hot Pepper Mike. I like that when what's the name comes on, she goes Hot Pepper Mike. It's so cool. But um, I I got my plants back in the truck. But what I'm at, good morning, good morning. We just finished talking about cruising. And I apologize. My my thoughts on cruising. I say the obvious stuff. Um, like it's just the fact, and then I don't pull no punches. It's not I don't I'm not just making fun of Caucasian folks or African folks. I'm equal opportunist because on the last boat, you know, there was some young African American teenagers. They were in the adults only section, and nobody else said something. I looked at them like, "Hey, bro, this not you. I don't know if y'all read the sign, but that them signs said adults only, and y'all not adults." And he looked at me funky, and I looked at him funkier back. I was like, "Man, don't make me have to correct you." And I wasn't, but I was thinking it, and he got my look, and he turned around and walked out. You know what I mean? I mean, no, that's one of my pet peeves. I'm like, look, if I come in this section, I'm coming in this section to get away from you teenage. You know what I mean? Look, I'm a parent too. Yo, Mike, your addiction's real, man. The addiction's real. I don't know if y'all see Mike's video, but boy, he got a lot of seeds, and he got them categorized and alpha with that alphabetized. I mean, yo, my man got some seeds. Y'all laughing about my lawnmowers, but yo, Mike ain't playing. but but good morning, and good morning, Miss Ellen. Um, but yeah, but the the thing is, and back to that. I just you know years ago before the pandemic, I really didn't. I kind of really didn't care. I said, I knew I was a pig, and eating all this food. But now, one, you know you're a pig, and then two, when you realize that being a pig is is not fun anymore. So, I got to find that middle ground because I see all that food and I just want to eat everything. And that's probably why when you see these people that are really, obese, they probably going through the same thing, you know. Because I know for a fact I'm an emotional eater. I like to eat when I'm happy. I like to eat when I'm sad. I like to eat when I'm hurt. I like to eat when I'm angry. No, I'm just an eater. I don't know why I'm even using the excuse of emotion. Yeah. But the cruising experience is still fun. It's still enjoyable, and I like to go. I like to go with the crazy people that we do go with because it's more fun. The zip lining was very enjoyable because you look at my video, you can hear me screaming. Yeah, baby. I don't know why I said that. Oh my God. It was so stupid. and bro, I, I still I still haven't thrown away my big boy clothes. It's actually in our attic. If I got to reach for them, um, I'm not gonna be happy. So that's why I got to keep a close eye on this. I think some of my depending on when I get up in the morning, I'm trying to get back into the early morning hours because of the cruise. Right after the cruise, it was hard to get up. During the cruise, we were doing the morning shows. I was like, I get up and start. I was starting 30 minutes early. I said, well, shoot, I'm paying all this money. I'm paying all this money for the Wi-Fi and everything. Man, I better get more than an hour a day out of this, and that's what I was doing. So, it's just finding the middle ground, you know, um, hanging out with you and your wife, Charles, is made me enjoy, two vacations a year, and I kind of like that. Um, but I have to start budgeting my money better and stop losing wallets and credit cards and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. Um, Plus, I have to. I'm gonna do it. I can do it when on the way to Kentucky because they're sending me to Lad Avenue. You know how much I love Lad Avenue, but I need to get some creamer and some coffee from my broke my broke down coffee maker, and start enjoying my morning coffee and those things. But again, it's the struggle of getting back into a normal routine. This ain't easy. Even just doing a Monday through Friday, because I have Charles is my my background producer. I have so far I have two things I'm going to talk about on the live-a-thon. But I need to get some more. I need to get some more. So today, when I stop, and tomorrow, more so tomorrow, because I should be back into the swing of things. Um, Starting have a list of things to talk about. So again, you don't hear the backyard, the background quietness or whatever. That's going to be that's a priority right now. Okay, and let me just show y'all so you don't think, well, he's not intertwining or whatever. It's really dark here. See, so like, see, if I turn that light off, that's it. So I think it's much easier to just relax, and we'll have our morning talks or whatever. Um, this Petro is one of the bigger ones, and I'm like way in the back. The parking lot's so big they have a shuttle. you know, there's a freaking shuttle. That would get you to the store. Um, they closed down. There was like a little area where you'd get like the big giant turkey legs and breakfast and stuff like that. They closed that down, and why I have no idea. But that was one of the good things about coming here. You could get like a beef rib or a turkey leg or something like that. And I'm still trying to figure out, well, what was the purpose behind that? You're not. Uh, that was one of the things they're making money off of. Who knows? Who freaking knows? So, what do you guys think about um, Trump getting indicted? Oh, whatever they call this process is right now, where he, I think it's like what, 39. Like it's like 30, 39 or 31 counts that they brought him up on charges. Do you guys think this is a witch hunt, or do you think he deserves that? And I think even if it's they they need to prove a point, and what they someone digitized the DA and put out there these big lies that he said he's going to resign as a DA and they're dropping the charges. Tell me that ain't crazy, and that all that was a hoax. Because I was like, ain't no way this guy dropped them charges unless he was coerced or whatever, you know. And it was on one video that one of the cops didn't hold the door open for Trump's tank behind. Ain't that crazy? He said he don't deserve me to hold the door. Boy, wow. You know, um, a lot of people don't believe that nothing's going to happen with this, but the guy is so arrogant. They need to prove a point, and something needs to happen. And something needs to happen. It's so funny. Um, this is my full day out here, back out on the road, and normally, I have to have just complete quiet, for me to sleep. But I'm lulled to sleep by the sounds of the reefer units that I'm parked next to. That doesn't bother me for some reason when I'm on the road. You know that 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 part of it doesn't bother me. Um, see. Well, if he does time, it's not gonna be in holy moly. Good morning, good morning. Dre Lachey is in here 30 minutes early. Oh my goodness. Welcome in. Welcome in. Homegirl done made it. I was well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Mikey, you're right. Um, be honest with you, I don't care either way, but people like I'll be honest with you, my brother's a Trumper. Um, my brother's a Trumper, but now I will not talk politics with him. I will never talk politics with him because there's nothing you can say to his goofy black behind that he'll accept. Nothing. And he don't realize that your black behind would went up to this January whatever insurrection, and you would have got the longest and steepest fate, the steepest punishment for breaking into Congress. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, and he just don't get it. He don't get it. Um, and the fact is that good morning, Thailand. Oh my God, boy, Dre Lachey in here, Thailand. It'd be a trifecta if homie from Australia pops in. Oh, let me do this. Let me do this because we got new folks in here. New folks in here. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Purpose for only for the hope. Oh, no. If you hit hashtag can't stop, CANTSTOP, you it will automatically drop your link, and so we could check out your channel, or folks, so y'all can check out your channel. Um, we need to help each other with the grow because you guys don't realize, man, 4,000 hours is not easy. 4,000 hours is not easy. I'm almost at the halfway point. I got 200 more hours, and then we will be at the halfway point. I'm at the halfway point on subscribers, so we just have to stay dedicated. You can do it. You can be all that you can be in the army. No, let's stop. I wasn't in the army. I was in the navy. I don't know. I guess I could have survived the army, but it would have took me a little bit longer to assimilate because the grunts ain't no joke, and shooting up the place, and I just rather be on the sub that I was on and complain about working too much. Yep, yep, yep. Drop your link. Drop your link. Hey, cruising fun anytime. I would. There was something wrong with your channel. I could not. I couldn't leave a comment on cruising with fun anytime, but on your other channel, I could. and I thought it was fixed, but I realized I was on a different channel. I couldn't stop and see what was going on. Because I wanted to come up and just say hey for a minute, but I thought I'd just let you know that. Um, because see, I'll come up on someone else's cruise channel and rant about them kids, but I'll be nice. I'm gonna act like I ain't got no sense. But I think I was doing that to Armstrong Adventures. Karaoke this morning. Nah, we not. I'm not going to embarrass myself this morning. Um, that that part, that karaoke on the cruise ship, that's not an easy thing. And I think, first of all, I can't sing worth a lick. But then when you're up you're up doing the karaoke in the bar, and I'm not even saying I probably would act a fool if I actually was a little buzzed. But the the trying to sing and hearing yourself sing, you can't even figure out what tune, even though I'm tone deaf anyway. I couldn't figure out what tune to sing the song in, even though I knew the daggone song. So I'm sounding like a uh, 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 and 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 when you hear yourself back on the video, you're like, oh my god, I'm horrible. Um, you know what? I tried to set up Nightbot, and oh, actually, okay. Um, it's Ray Lachey, ass cruising is fun anytime. Her husband gives a really good tutorial on it because you have to type in uh, a part of the line to get them to get Nightbot to recognize you and recognize your hashtag like can't stop or whatever. And I couldn't figure it out, and Urban Garden Chronicles had left me a link. Um, and once I got the link, I copied and pasted it, and then I just changed the last part of it to hashtag can't stop. And then I also you got to also go back in because if you do Nightbot, what it'll do is yeah, what it'll do is Nightbot, boy, if you don't take all of the, I guess, what do you call it, stops or whatever, it will you can't do like more than two happy faces, and Nightbot will put you in timeout and all kind of stuff. So I would ask Cruising with Fun anytime. Ask her husband, and he could help you out. I think he did a video on it. Um, what you have to type in and stuff like that. Or as Urban Garden Chronicles, because like both of them, you know, that's how I learn. I don't. There's no real tutorial because all the tutorials suck, and you don't really know what you're doing. But you go straight to Nightbot. You go straight to Nightbot, and then you sign into Nightbot, and it'll automatically recognize after that. But it's a good tool. I got help. I'll be honest with you, I got help. But other than that, you know, yeah, I thought I was technically savvy, but it was embarrassing. Yeah. If she doesn't, I'll see if I can find it, and then I'll send you the link also. Um, but these tools actually it's more helpful. And then oh yeah, Mike, you need to stop hoarding all them seeds. I bet you there's some place where I don't know where it is in the world, but it's a giant seed suppository, like for all the plants in the world, like not just the vegetables, but every plant is a is like this super seed suppository. Like I don't know where it's located, but I remember seeing a documentary on it. That'd be crazy. Yeah, yeah. Today. I'm officially in the truck. Let me show you. Do, 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 do. I don't know if y'all can see anything because it's dark, but I'm sitting on my bed in the back. Yes, in my new truck. It's so new, it still has the new truck smell. It has the new truck smell. And I'm going to destroy that really soon, especially with my porta potty. Because a lot of these shippers, they don't let you use the bathroom. And I take these fiber pills. Well, Mike, I'm still not dressed yet, so I'm not gonna show you too many lights. Because I tried. When I get up, that's why I was late this morning. I was only like one minute late. When I get up, um, I lay there for a minute. Surf online. And that just helps me to wake up real quick. And then I was just laying there. Then I looked. It said 4:58, and I got up and I got you got to you got to log in the StreamYard. I did 4:58, and the by the time it's 59, the mic check testing 1 2, and then you log in, and I see Charles figures when I get up early, he ain't nowhere to be found. Yeah, y'all don't be playing. I'm like, oh my god, you know. Yo, it's been a few times. I don't care. Y'all don't. They don't know me out here. It just looks like I got a pair of shorts on. My wife be killing me. What you walking at your underwear for? I'm doing like the rest of these knuckleheads. One thing is still hard to get used to is closing this curtain. It'll be much warmer, but I just can't do it. Because of the accident, I woke up that the whole curtain was on fire, and I know it. Well, you ain't moving. Yeah, I know that, but I still can't do it. You know, um, it's okay. Because what's that song? I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. You know, I'm not gonna try to do karaoke because I might hurt your ears and y'all will never come back to visit me. Yes, yes, I have no daggone sense. But, it, you know, uh, I'm starting to appreciate life more nowadays. And it just maybe it's a revelation or what. I remember that, during my friend Vincent's wedding, I couldn't stop staring at my wife, you know, because I I was happy to be married, You know, she paid for the whole trip, and she made sure, I hope your friend Vincent appreciates you. And I was like, oh, okay, dear. I got to do a lot of I got a lot to do a lot of making up for the help you gave, because if she didn't help, we wasn't going. Um, but that's all right. But it made my heart felt wonderful. And it just like I brought up this subject a while back. Charles said, don't do it, don't say it. But I do, I do appreciate the trashy people that I thought I cared about and broke up with in my life, because if these other relationships didn't trash me, didn't not work it out or whatever, I wouldn't be in the position that I am today. And the funny part is, I remember I called someone and thanked them. And they said, "Well, how did you have the number?" I didn't, but I figured out um, before they blocked me. I figured out how to contact them again, and they blocked me because I thanked them for not letting our relationship or situation work out. Because if it worked out, I'd probably still be miserable. But now I'm happy. No, I wouldn't never do that again. Because I was at the time when I did it, I wasn't married. Now I am. I'll never do that again. I'll never search for numbers or whatever. Never do none of that again. You know. Uh, yeah, life is a gift. I almost lost my life. It was literally 6 months before I met my wife, and that was 8 years ago. No, I don't want to do that again. But I would love to run into one of these knuckleheads on the street and show him my ring and say thank you. Thank you for being a dick. And because you being a dick, I'm finally happy. And I wouldn't care if my wife got mad, but boy, it, that that's showing off. That's showing off your woman. And the main words would say, "Excuse me, I have to go. I was just being polite. I'm not allowed to talk to people like you." you know. But you're right, Mike. Yeah, I would never do that again. But I would love to tell the people that hurt me, thank you for hurting me, because I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you for trashing me, because I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you for not giving a flying FUCK, because I wouldn't be the person I am today. Thank you for showing me that I was being shallow and looking at the surface and not looking deeper to see that I needed someone to love me for me so I could love them for them. You know what I mean? Thank you for being a royal pain in the behind, because it taught me to, when I finally found a non-narcissistic person that would treat me like the man that I'm trying to aspire to be, that would allow me to grow and figure stuff out instead of saying screw it. You know what I mean? Thank you for being the dirt bag that you was, because I could appreciate the loving kindness of a certain individual. You know, it's funny how you have to literally go through the fire to have all the foolishness burnt off of you so you can be reborn into a human being. You know what I mean? We wonder, well, why am I hurting? Why won't this go away? because you have to learn from this. You have to learn from these specific painful moments in life. It's I wouldn't say amazing, but boy, it's the hardest thing in the world. But when you do learn from that, that makes you more loyal, more independent, more understanding of someone's feelings. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times, you know, because I had so many horrible and horrific relationships that I know, like I tell Charles all the time, I have with Tourette syndrome. I'll start popping off at the mouth and say the most mean and hurtful things because that's how I was dealt. But now, because all these people did this crap to me, when I finally met the right woman, the right person, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to hurt this person. I don't want the drama. You know, like we laugh about it sometimes, but you know, when we talk, it's more of a uh you know, I tell Charles, yo, he'll go, oh, no, 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 don't do that, don't say that, don't do this, and you know, and yeah, you know, people, you know, a hurt person, and this is true, a hurt person will hurt others. I can't tell you when I started to heal, and I'm not fully healed, and but I learned from others. You can't be what you don't want someone to be to you. You can't be that same heartless person. Somebody got to have a heart. Somebody got to love. Somebody got to care. And you know, my wife. It's funny the the way it was explained to me that my wife thinks every other person sees me like she sees me, and I still am amazed to see what she sees in me. But I would never give up what she sees in me. I wouldn't give that up for the freaking world. Yeah, I'll bitch, moan, and complain, but I would never give that up for anything or anybody. I wish a fool would. Like, boy, girl, you lady, whatever, get away from me. You know, I'm married. Well, that don't matter. Yes, it do. Get away from me. Because God finally blessed me with what I needed and what I wanted. All I ever wanted was someone to give a flying, you know what, about me. And the fact is, I have someone that does that. And it's so funny. I was driving. I said, you know what? It was like around 7 o'clock, and she had called, but I didn't realize she called because it didn't. My phone didn't alert me. And I said, well, let me call. I said, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And she said she called. I said, well, I didn't get the notification. How, you know what you doing? Blah blah blah. And she's trying to get off the phone. And I said, okay, I don't want to talk to you either. N word. And we started laughing. Then we started talking. Um, we talk for the last 8 years, other than maybe 1 or 2 days. We talk every day. Who can say that they've been married and they, you know, other than Charles and his wife, they they together 24/7. So when they get home, they run for separate rooms. I understand that, but I know that Charles loves his wife to death. You know, but like he did said, you got to treat yourself because you deserve, Dre. You deserve the love that you deserve. But the thing is, like like I said, that's why I love God not for the reasons that other people love God. I love God because He got jokes. Because I said Lord, I want to live. Oh, you want to live? I got one just right for you. She ain't gonna be happy when you drink. She gonna make you curve that real quick. Cause I need you to curve that. You don't want to listen to nobody, but I'm gonna put someone in your life that you're gonna care about, and then it's gonna slow your roll over and over and over and over until you start saying that she ain't being a pain, that she actually gives a crap. Because when before I met her, my drinking is totally different from where I am right now. And I knew that was one of the reasons he put it in my life. It's so funny. We were laughing about it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Um, I was probably going through withdrawals because I was hurting the whole weekend. But for two reasons. One, my best friend doesn't drink. Um, well, actually, I think I'm gonna change that title to lifelong friend because he's married and his wife should be his best friend. You can have a bunch of best friends, but you don't tell your best friend everything. And one thing you gonna have to learn, you don't tell your wife everything. But do you do you enjoy their company? Yeah. The but you could see that everyone deserves it. But see, here's the thing: you got to check yourself to see if you are still brainwashed. You got to pray to God. Look, don't do this long, outrageous prayer. Just do a simple one. Lord, send me someone for me. Someone that cares about me, is going to treat me right, going to be there so I could do the same for them. Send me, and don't think of it different, but because uh, I see it on these videos. Oh, I want a man with six pack abs and this and that and all this stuff, and he's got to make this amount of money. Yo, I was straight up broke. I think my credit when I first met Norma was like lower fives. I just hit the 700s, my credit score, because I watched my wife act right, and I said, you know what? I'm ghetto as heck. I'm never gonna get nowhere until I start figuring it. And I would ask her questions. How do you pay your bills? And she showed me a notebook, and I said, you know what? Let me try that. And till this day, I have a notebook. I pay my bills. Yep. Let me open it. Tell my best friend. Yeah. It's you know this new day and age. There's a video. There's a video. I think it's on TikTok, but this sister was saying, I should have never divorced my husband. And she just goes down this long list. You know, I was excelling at my job. I became a a supervisor. I became, the lead or whatever. So I thought that same lead at my job means I could come home and be that same lead at home. I remember I had to say that to my mom. I had to say that to my wife a few times. She don't like that. I'm like, look, I'm not your employee. I'm your husband. Don't talk to me like that. And I mean that. I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me like that. Well, that's not fair. Well, I said, well, life ain't fair. I said, do I talk to you like that? Nope. So you're not gonna talk to me like that. I've heard other people in this chat room say that same thing. Hold up, don't talk to me like that. And see, when we stand our ground and when we demand the same respect that we're giving out, you're not going to talk to me like that. It's the simple things because everybody's like, oh, I don't, I'm the head of the household. Yeah, I'm technically the physical head of the household, but I know who runs the house, and she's still asleep at home right now. She'll be getting up. She runs a house because one, I do a lousy job at it. So guess what? I'm gonna let the boss lady take care of stuff. You said the magic word. You choosing wrong. So you guess what? Check yourself. Or you gonna wreck yourself over and over and over and over again. And I remember when I realized that I'm choosing over and over the wrong person and how miserable I was. How miserable. And I remember when right before I asked her, man, she don't like that. Oh, okay, we're getting deep now. Um, the No, you don't let your house run itself. Bull crap. You know that's a lie. the Oh, but back to the other story. The lady was saying what she was saying was that you know I tried to do this at home. I knew my husband would never. I knew my husband would never be anything more than whatever, and and I divorced him. And what she was saying was, well, after she divorced her husband moved over and making a life for himself. He moved on, found the right woman for him. They're making a life together, but she's miserable now. She's looking for love in all the wrong places, bringing up body counts, and making the situation even worse. We have a lot of women want to run the house, and they don't realize they already do. All you have to do is say, "Hey, look, honey, we need to do this, this, and this." Really? Okay. That's what you're gonna get from a good man. Okay. Yes, dear. You know. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Mike. And the things my wife does. Oh, I bought you. I bought you. You know what the most sexiest thing in the world to me is? I come home. My wife says, I got rid of some of your underwear. They were getting old. I bought you a pack of underwear. You bought me a pack of underwear? You're so awesome. Oh my God. Or you need to take this on the road with you. I made you, I wrapped this up for you. Um, or let's go out to eat. I know you hate Red Lobster, but I want to go eat Red Lobster, so I'll pay. Oh, you're paying? Okay. Are you driving too? Yeah, I'll drive. Man, I'm hot and bothered. I'm hot and bothered. I have to find the picture. The first meal Norma made for me was a T-bone steak, collard greens, and something else. I think it was cornbread. And I started eating that mess, and I was like, oh my God, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, this woman could cook. And I remember telling Vincent, and I remember, and I told Charles too. I said, I got to make the right choice this time. I can't be screwing this up. Good morning, welcome in. I said I got to make the right choices. I can't screw this up no more. And I started checking off boxes. I wrote a list of what I want. Check, check, check. And over the year before I asked her to marry, because we literally we dated for a year, we got engaged for a year, and then we got married. And I she checked off all the boxes of just the basic stuff that I want in a woman. And I remember, and I invited all the people. I told everybody I'm going to ask her to marry me. And I got the ring I could afford. I think it was like 1,400, $1,500. That was including the the you know um, the insurance that they'll keep it clean. Blah blah blah. This was good lord. This had to be the smallest ring known to man, and I was so embarrassed. But that was all I could afford at the time. I was so embarrassed. But I knew she was going to have her 50th birthday party, and I invited everybody, Charles, and all my hangout friends, people that were there for me, um, even my parents when I was actually talking to them, and everybody knew I was going to ask them to marry me, and I mean I was scared to death. I thought I thought if this woman say no, I'm going to fight in Afghanistan. I mean, literally, I'm going to fight in Afghanistan. Um, and I've always, because I don't care what anybody say, I am a hopeless romantic. I've always wanted to get down on one knee, and I had, I when I had a tuxedo, I was, I was set, and I got on one knee and asked her, and she was so surprised because she just thought we were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. She was looking, for love also. But she just, she never mentioned marriage. I let her know, uh, you know, I'm looking for a lifelong partner, and I got to lock you down. And I remember when I asked her, and everybody said, "Well, what's your answer?" Yes, and she was so happy with that little old ring. It swallowed her freaking finger, and I was so embarrassed. And I remember I knew she was a keeper, and I said, I'm sorry, this ring is so small, but as soon as I get a chance, we're gonna upgrade your ring. And I remember what she had a smile on her face a mile long. She said, "Oh, so you're saying we can upgrade?" I said, "Yeah." Soon as I get some money, because I didn't get proof for the Jarrett. It was a Jarrett ring. She drove over to Jarrett, went in there, And to my salesperson, and he's a demon when it's time to sell. If he know he got you, he know he got you. And I remember, he was showing the rings, and she picked out a specific ring, and he said, "Well, ma'am, how's your credit?" She said, "My credit's okay." She said, "Would you like to fill out for a Jerry card?" I said, "Yeah, let's give it a try." And she got approved. She said, "I'm approved? Oh, okay. I want that ring right there." And he took the other one off, put that one on there, and I knew I was locked in because she just said, all you have to do, honey, is make the payments. And that was my beginning of paying stuff on time. I said I would rather starve than not make this payment on time. And that was, when I paid that last payment, I was just overjoyed because I wanted her to have a better ring. And, you know, when we did that, it started all over again because she went back. So, "Well, I need a wedding band that fits inside that ring." And I was like, I don't know what made me say, "Well, go back over to Jared and pick out a ring," because she picked out mine. And it was so hilarious. It was so hot. It was so like, "Oh, Margie came in. Oh, hi, Margie. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God, Trinidad. Yo, I'm getting it. I'm international." Hey, Marge, if you hit can't stop hashtag can't stop, you could drop your link and then people could check out your channel. But that's when I knew. That's when that I really knew because she didn't. She when she saw the ring that I bought for her, she loved it. And but when I just said, I really want you to have better. You deserve better, and I have no problem doing better. I have no problem bending over backwards for this woman because she has made me happy. Even when I'm unhappy, I'm still happy. I don't know if that sounds normal, but I'm still happy. Um, wow, wow. Welcome in, welcome in. But the fact is, and that's what started me fixing my credit. Because I had a chance to work on making payments because I really had a moronic type of no, I know it's not the ring, but I wanted her to have more. And she was happy with that little ring, but she seen in my eyes I wanted her to have more. And I just could not figure out a way to get it to her, to give it to her. And when you have someone say, "Okay, well, if that's what you want," because I can show you pictures, she was showing off that little behind ring. She was showing it off like, and that's why I wanted her to have more. She was showing off that little itty bitty ring that you need a magnifying glass to see. She was tickled pink. I can show you pictures, but she was like taking a picture with putting a ring right in the view of the picture. She was like, "Psh, man, whatever, whatever. Look at my ring, whatever." And because she was so excited about that little behind ring, I knew I made the right choice, and I knew I wanted to have more. She was very content with the small ring. I just made the story a whole lot shorter. Do you see what I'm saying? And I wanted to give her the world, and because of how the person she is, I still want to give her the world. But now I'm like, okay, well, can't afford it right now, but I'll put down payments on the world for you, dear. Exactly. She didn't ask for it. She didn't go, what? This it? This all you could afford? Really? You pathetic. No, she didn't do none of that. She was literally showing off that ring. She was happy. But I was unhappy because I said, man, I got a gem here. I and I can't give her what I believe she deserved. And when she gave me that chance to show her what I believe she deserved, I was with it. You know what I mean? I was with it, and that's why. That's why it's not. Again, you're right. It's not about the ring, but I'm not going to be a cheapskate when I want to make this woman my queen. You know what I mean? She knows I'm a cheapskate now, but that's so we could have stuff. You know what I mean? That's how we can do stuff. And then we got to pay that stuff off. Then we do more stuff. You know? Okay. You have a nice day. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. You know, you don't deserve a $50,000 ring off the bat. Not from me. Now that I've been with this woman for 8 years, she deserves more than 50,000. I can't afford to give her what she deserves, you know, but I can give her the best I possibly can do, you know. Well, Dre, the reason she knows I'm a cheapskate now is because I keep an eye on my credit cards. I don't let them get. People, when you get credit cards, we get out of hand, and I got out of hand, at first, but I'm bringing that back under control. You know what I mean? Um, I wouldn't have these credit cards if I wasn't for her. She's showing me how. Hey, babe, I know you probably this. You got to do this, this, and this. You can't just say, "Hey, I ain't paying that bill. Y'all gonna have to catch me," because that's how I was thinking. Yeah, that's true. That's why I have to let her know. Look, don't tell me everything because when if I ever find out somebody, I remember. Now here it is. Listen to this. Um, my wife makes double what I make, and I remember I came home one day. No, I called on the phone. I could hear something was wrong, and I said, "What's the matter?" "Oh, nothing, nothing." "No, I know something's wrong. What's the matter?" And she just broke out and started crying, and I think, I'm hundreds of miles away, and it turned out that she was having problems at one of the jobs that she got before the one she has now. And I said, "Look, I can't have this. You need to quit your job." "No, but we need this done." "No, we don't. You need to quit your job right now." I said, "Normally I don't pull this card, but as your husband, I'm telling you to quit your job right now." I said, "We'll be all right." And I really believed that we was gonna be okay. We will be fine. I said, "I got your back. We will be fine." And I remember she called him up and she just quit right then and there. "No, you don't need to take this. Don't ever think that you need to take some crap like that and be that miserable. No, you're my wife. I love you." And that was it was literally what I was saying. I love you. I care about you. I'm not gonna let someone hurt you. So I said, either you quit your job, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna beat the living piss out of whoever is causing you to cry. And I meant that. I meant that. You, we ain't having this, and we was okay. We survived, whatever. She got another job. She went through a rough patch because she wasn't thinking straight. I'm like, look, take your time, look for the right job. When literally the right job found her. She didn't find the job. The right job found her. And she's never been more happy. So what does that mean? Guys, we don't need these around the world prayers. Oh Lord, in the name of Jesus, Lord, help the, as you helped Adam and Eve, and did you have the did? No, you don't need all that. Say, Lord, look, I'm tired. I need, I need you to clear my mind. I need to clear my heart, my soul, my everything. I need you to step in and teach me and show me, show me the right person. Bring me the right person. And when the right person comes, don't start tripping. Just be quiet, meditate, see, let the Lord show you that's the right person. You know, and the right person can be for you ladies. The right man is can be a work in progress. You have to just put, you have to put the right foot forward to make him a work in progress. You know what I mean? You have to make the effort because a lot of times we don't have that right man in our lives as a child to teach us how to be that good man. You have to, have the boundaries. You have to look. No, no, you're not going to treat me like that. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're not getting away with that. You know what I'm saying? Because see, it's like I think Kirk Franklin said something in one of the songs that he was brought up to get every get every get every girl you can, and it's no. I wouldn't want you to be if I had a girl. I wouldn't want you to because I know what I was thinking at your age. You know, we just have to be open for the reception. Of course, we're always gonna be a work in progress, bro. But there's nothing wrong with that. But when the women start saying you ain't shit, okay, well, I guess the work is over. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, but hopefully that part of it will never be, you know, a relevant. Um, what just, boy, I ain't got that much stuff in here for stuff to be falling all over the place. But let's see here. Alrighty. Let's see more. Hold on 1 second, guys. It is camera. Uh, okay, hold on. Changing the camera settings. It's starting to, the light is starting to shine on the truck stop. I gotta drive this truck like I stole it this morning. Let's see here what we got. Uh, well, I got an hour and a half before I can roll. That sucks, but oh well. But like it is what it is. Might get out here and oh, walk the parking lot. I don't know why I even said that because I know I ain't getting my big old behind out. Walk the parking lot. Yeah, you know. But let me. I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna lay back. I got an hour and a half before I go. Oh, I think Dre, you're a teacher, aren't you? Yep, yep. I've had driving like it's stolen. You got to get there, and but we're gonna make it. Oh boy. Oh, let me see. Let me show y'all. Eh, I got the I got the water bottles leaning against the plants. I got my good morning, good morning. Oh, okay. I got my plants going. I'm gonna water them a little later. I gotta get like a little pole from my tomato plant because it's starting to flop over already. I'm like, man, that quick? But no, it's get y'all back in here. I'm gonna let them these plants stay just a little longer. They're getting pretty tall there. Look at that. Woohoo. And then I'm gonna replant them. I'm gonna get a bin that goes all the way across and then have them tied in there so I can just keep my plants in here and I'll be growing. The first one I grow, the first one to grow, to the point that something actually comes out, and I'm gonna make a meal out of it and make a video. But guys, we've overrun our time because we was having a good conversation the last few minutes. But just know that God is awesome. God again, God I know has jokes. He's like, watch what you pray for, God. I'm gonna give you exactly what you pray for. You might not think it's exactly what you pray for, but me being God, I know what you're asking. But again, I just want to say thanks everyone for coming in. Thanks everybody for helping out with the with this live with this podcast. You will and greatly appreciate it. And just always know if you don't think no one loves you, God loves you, and I love you too. Y'all have a blessed day. See y'all tomorrow.